Always some shh. Always some shh. Always some shh.
Welcome to the Alwayssomeshh podcast, your number one urban podcast hosted by Chicago's very own Kid Dre. Get ready for real talk, hot topics, and the freshest insights from the Windy City and beyond. Stay tuned, because we're about to drop some knowledge and keep it real. This is Alwayssomeshh podcast with Kid Dre.
If men who typically operate from jump, understanding that it's real outside, come together, prepare for the storms, have things taken care of amongst each other, taking care of your brother, your fellow man, putting your man in position, but also holding your fellow man accountable to be a better man, then when shit get real, motherfuckers wake up.
No, we lost.
They don't got no choice.
We lost those
What's up?
traditions.
I don't think we lost none of that. I think that goes on. I think that goes on, Burbank. I think that goes on.
No, we did lose
everything
it.
you just said. Everything you just said. We just watched No Limit versus Cash Money. They all did that. Everything you just said.
No, let's talk. What he's saying is he's speaking on community, and Pops got on the Black Panther Party shirt. We started with fucking food stamp, and because we're not a community, we shouldn't even be crying about a government shutdown or a food stamp program when we can just all put our money together. At least give niggas the essentials, a food pantry. You see that shit in certain parts of the city, but as a community, we was already on it because we didn't have no choice. They wouldn't let us in shit. So we was forced to be together. Now that everybody a part of the world and I'm a this and that, you know, we too caught up in the matrix. We wanna be a part of white man society so fucking bad.
And that's not just on women.
We dependent on it now. We crying about food stamps. Niggas was crying about TikTok finna get shut down. We don't give a fuck about government shutdowns when we were never invited to be a part of government for real.
And
all our
that's
politicians were never fucking Democrat or Republican. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was political, but they wasn't part of Americans' political system, which is why they got rid of us. As long as
and that's not just on women, bro.
And we ain't no community. We ain't even.
And check it out, and this is why I said I'm not gonna be popular this episode. That's not just on women, bro. I know way too many men that are all bringing in collectively together as all these men together millions of dollars every year as men. And you finna know what I'm talking about, Dre. As men, we got nice motorcycles, we got Jordan collections, we got all of the fancy, and I'm saying we because I'm not absolving myself from this shit, so hear me clearly. We got all type of video game systems, big screen TVs, sports cars, whatever the fuck, all night, going out of the country. We spending all this money. But ain't nobody owning no businesses that are actually employing people in critical sectors of society that are forced to get government funding.
I think that that's a good take, but I think the battle to attain that, a lot of people overlooked that. It's easy
We make it harder than it got to be, bro.
It's easy to say, man, why ain't nobody built a rocket to go to the moon yet? It's easy to sit back and say that. Man, listen. We seen it with the weed industry, right? The government purposely boxed out certain people immediately.
For sure.
Then they finally let some people come on in. We'll let a few of y'all in. This is their country. To achieve the success you talking about, like, I don't think you realize what it would take.
I see. We go to Chinatown. You live in Chicago, bro. Go to Chinatown.
We've done this before.
Chinatown. Listen, Chinatown. True enough, the Chinese got Chinatown, right? And then I love you. I love that you said that, because that was my argument to somebody else. Chinatown ain't fucking popping, bro.
Huh?
Chinatown popping. It's not. They're not making no. They're living. They're not. Chinatown is so small. They're not in no abundance. It's a lot of homeless people live over there. Like, I could say more.
It's their community though, and they own it. The money stays in the community. That's the point. Don't matter if it's popping or not.
Don't like us a lot of money.
And it's a Chinatown in every fucking big city in America.
Hey Dre.
That means that's your community.
It's a hood in every city in America.
Hey Dre, let me
own it.
let me correct you guys about what's going on over here, because I live over here. Chinatown is no longer from the viaduct that divides state to that next viaduct right there. Chinatown is from State Street to California. I'm going to say that again. Chinatown is from State Street to California. They have completely gentrified everything over here. Completely gentrified.
They got pushed down that way.
No, they're extending Chinatown this way. Extending. Dre, they've taken over half of Pilsen. They have half of Pilsen. Every single house that goes on the market over here has 28-day turnover rate. The Chinese is offering you over $60,000 more for your house than you put on the market. They selling out like this. Pilsen is now probably 25% Mexican. It's over with. They ain't got shit but a little village.
Because group economics. Because being realistic about what happens in real life. I was just arguing with my dad about this because the poorest person in America is richer than half of the world. They got more shit, access to technology, iPhones, Uber, Xbox, internet, all this shit. The poorest people in America. We have so much abundance that we actually don't even realize how much abundance we have, and therefore we squander it versus doing what them people doing.
But you're not.
But it's
the thing is, you're not poor financially. You're poor mentally. Think about what they just did with the Venezuelans that just got here. Hey, bro, I seen the Venezuelans come here, and I'm watching these motherfuckers, right? I seen them poor at first. They was living in tents and shit on the streets. And then next thing I know, boom, they selling CDs and DVDs and flipping tacos and all that type of shit. They giving them, money and housing and cars and all that. Next thing I know, they got restaurants and businesses and all that. Our problem is we're poor here.
But what you just said is not fair. Because the example you use is not fair. You want to know why?
Yeah.
Boom. They also were incentivized heavily like we've never seen before.
The Asians weren't, though.
The Asians, yes, they was. The Asians was brought here to build a railroad. They was incentivized.
Oh, and they came here with the Venezuelans, too.
They were incentivized. They're incentivized. All these people are incentivized. So while we look at, bro, Chinatown, listen, bro, cool. From state to California, that still ain't no wow factor, bro. And you saying, and it's still coming into fruition. Still a wow factor. Nobody says I want to come in and go to Chinatown. They don't have nothing big going over there. I ride through China.
The point is they live in conditions and the condition of their community. They have family.
The living conditions don't exceed nobody.
I'm not talking about material living conditions like how New York car is. I'm talking about
nobody on this.
Like you don't have all of these mental and emotional afflictions that are making you do worse things for yourself every day. Most of that stems from the home life. Period. That's one of my biggest critiques about the black community, because we buy into materialism and propaganda, and then don't work together to actually build anything that can sustain. We talk about the whole 50-50 conversation, and since I don't have kids yet, it remains to be seen. I guess I'll just be a science experiment. But my wife don't pay no bills in the house now currently because we don't have a kid. She still works. So she'll do stuff like pay for fun, or she'll fund whatever extra stuff for groceries and whatever gap she can fill in, she'll do that. But the goal is that when I do have a kid, for her to not have to go to work, so that the kid can be raised in a very emotionally stable household without access to propaganda. That way they can be raised in the way that I dictate, raised in the way that I allow, because that is the cornerstone for what becomes the next Chinatown. You saying Chinatown is that small is not a big deal, but they also are a smaller part of the population than us. If we did what they did, it would take half the time to get twice the progress. Just off of size alone.
And
but
influence.
It starts in the mind.
Because we influence
I
everything.
I just don't see the wow factor of Chinatown. I don't see the wow factor.
It's not about wow. It's about
what y'all,
Because
nobody. Because hold on, let me say this. Because number one, nobody right here right now that's in this chat would say I want to fucking move to Chinatown. Number one. It's not. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all are saying that we need to be like them. And I'm saying like, well, to what capacity? Because of what?
Okay,
I'm saying we need to be like them in terms of their culture.
I got you.
Go.
I would love to be like Chinatown. Number one, I would love a little Africa in every fucking city. Number two, I would like our own banks. I would like our own hospitals. I would like our own schools. I would like our own restaurants. They have everything over here. They have malls. They have everything. They're doing their own funding. When they buy houses over here, because they got their banks over here. When they buy,
Chase Bank is over.
huh?
Chase Bank is too.
Chase Bank is what?
Chase Bank is over there too.
Because they still can
Chase
operate.
Bank was here before they got here. Chase Bank ain't over there with them.
Wait, but just because they are practicing group economics don't mean they're not still operating economically with the outside world. They are.
But you heard, but he just said, I'm just going to what my brother said. He said they own banks.
Yes, they have their own bank.
Own bank. They to a capacity. Still got other. You still got other.
No.
Still have other.
They have
Let
their
me
own banks.
Let me answer that for him.
I'm not saying they don't. I said they have other options.
That's
I'm not excluding what you're saying. They have other options.
Yeah, the Chase Bank is over there so they can transfer
Walgreens is there
into the American dollar. That's why that's there. To transfer
Walgreens
money
is there, right?
It's organized. They believe in each other. I don't care about if other people want to come to my town. It's popping. It's self-sustaining. It's a community. And they Chinese. We black. Everybody gonna come fuck with us if our shit together. Propaganda is out here to keep us being separate and everybody making money off our fucking shit. For example, just hustling on the corner. They've stolen that idea and turned it into fucking streaming channels. You got weed over here, pills over there, and blow over here. They did that shit and turned it into streaming channels. Hulu, Disney, and ESPN, you can get all weed, pills, and blow in one package. But in the hood, you go over here, you got this drug. You go over there, they didn't see that shit with cable TV. They selling to us the same shit, but because you can't get this high on this unless you buy HBO Max or if you get Paramount. That's the same thing we do with the drug on the corner. You go to a certain neighborhood, you get this.
Y'all not suddenly good on this subject, man. Y'all not suddenly good on this one. I don't.
What are you defending? That we don't need community?
I don't know what P getting at, bro. But what I can tell you is, based on the disagreement here, I can agree with you that stability ain't sexy. It's not supposed to be though. It's stable. It's boring. And so it's nothing wrong with Chinatown being boring because Chinatown is stable, and that's why you don't see things like cops killing Chinese people over in Chinatown, and you don't see all the bullshit that comes from
happening in Chinatown. Stuff happening in Chinatown.
I'm not saying nothing at all, but it don't happen in mass in Chinatown. You see Inglewood on the news, bro, every week.
I mean, I'm not. We can. If we. I'm saying they're not exalted for none of that. This stuff happened in Chinatown.
I don't want to get too much off the subject, but Inglewood is around 50% Mexican.
And I don't
because the Mexicans do it better than we do. For the record.
Okay, so let's talk about. So why we talking about this? I'm sorry, Peter, cut you off, bro. My apologies. I just want to, since we talk about this Mexican KK versus the Black Republicans.
This Mexican who?
The Mexican KKK.
Heard of it.
That's what they being called versus the Black Republicans. Now I don't think they're not claiming this name themselves, but that's what they're being called. So listen, the young lady is a AG. What's the young lady? What's her name again?
I forget her name. You talking about the alderman?
Is it Jesse Fuentes? Or,
yes, the alderman. Yeah, that word, Jesse Fuentes. I guess apparently she voted in their. I'm still learning local politics, but in their meeting, whatever they had, they voted so that the migrants wouldn't be moved into their neighborhoods. But they also are fighting ICE to allow the migrants to stay here.
You talking about in a little village, right?
I think so.
We're talking about like on the northwest side. She
what's the name of that?
She like for what's the park?
Is it Wicker?
No, not Wicker Park. What's the park? Columbus Park. Is it Columbus? Not Columbus. What's the Puerto Rican park? Humble Park. Humble Park area.
Humble Park. That's the one.
The alderman over Humble Park area. But she voted to not let the migrants come in their neighborhood. They can go in the blacks.
But they want to.
But now you fight ISIS. You meet ISIS at the hospitals and all this. You fight ISIS. She get handcuffed, all that. So sick individuals.
That's the cosplay.
And shout out to the Black Republicans. I'm gonna do my information next time. I don't have all the information. So young lady and all that. I'm just now finding out about them. They've been fighting for black people. Like all this going on with the migrants and all that. They've been fighting for us, y'all.
Chicago Flip Red been active.
They kind of the ones that told Trump he need to come here and bring ICE. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with them. Like when they bring up the valid points they brought up, like it's cool enough to bring them here and put them in the black people neighborhoods, but it's not cool enough to let them live with us. These people are Latin descent. They can't live with y'all.
They speak the same language y'all speak.
They can't live with y'all. Oh no. So imagine y'all got some cousins that y'all like, no, I'm on the west side. Y'all take y'all ass up north.
Yeah, let's add this a layer that I see, even if they're not talking about it. They hire them motherfuckers though. They can't live over there, but they hiring them the same way white people hire them, because if you ain't got no cards in this country, your wage is whatever I can say it be. And I ain't gotta insure your ass either. That's that shit that every company get away with, which is why they want illegals in the first place. Illegals is cheap labor. Everybody play that game in capitalism America. And then they act like, oh, but you know why they over here. I've seen videos of motherfuckers bring them over the fence, and then when they done with the job, take your ass back over the border back to Mexico.
I'm gonna play this video for y'all. Let y'all hear a little bit of this. I don't know if y'all got to watch it. Play a little bit of this for y'all. 1 second.
Oh shit! Let me turn
Chicago Red. That's the organization. Shout out to them right quick. Shout out to Chicago Red. And we're gonna wrap up in a minute. I know the Bears game on, y'all. Gonna wrap up.
Also far.
Chicago Red. Shout out to Chicago Red. Appreciate y'all.
We keep going. It's almost halftime. 2 minutes to halftime. But I'm gonna turn it on.
Hold on, bro. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. That's why I won't be loud. I'm sorry, y'all. One more time. Here we go. Yeah.
Mayor Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson does not work for us. He works for the cartel along with the Hispanic KKK and the CTU and everybody else.
I was searching on X for Hispanic KKK, and I was shocked on what I found. So once I heard the terminology Hispanic KKK, I went over to X and started to type it in. And so I started to see it. Daniel Carter, these domestic terrorist Chicago Dems, Hispanic KKK, and illegals are planning to do what they did in LA to Chicago. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. at the Federal Plaza. They're planning this POTUS, at POTUS, which is Donald Trump. Please send military. We have to let these people know we're not playing. Then I saw it again from Chicago Flips Red YouTube channel. The Hispanic KKK's lead member, Rosanna 433, older woman Rosanna Rodriguez Sanchez of Ward 33, tried to kick out Danik 44 and Mr. Steal Your Wig, violating the First Amendment rights and due process. Yet in the very same meeting, she defended the free speech and due process of illegal aliens and even pushed for her ordinance, this number here, a resolution calling for an examination of recent alleged violations of free speech.
Probably stop it right there.
I see the same terminology coming
Hold on, I want
up.
one more part I want to play. Hold on, got to skim up a little bit.
In the west side of Chicago, it's a Hispanic particular district, and she even on X writes in Spanish to her audience. Now imagine you being the alderman of a city and you're writing in all Spanish and not in English. However, English is not the only official language, but it just goes to let you know that some people may or may not be able to speak English in her ward. She was recently arrested by ICE. And again, this particular alderman is known for allegedly inciting violence on ICE officers.
So, just this weekend alone, we had 47 people shot, 13 people died. Meanwhile, your Hispanic aldermen are inciting and calling for the violence of ICE officers. Now, mind you, these same aldermen, Jesse Fuentes is being the very vocal one. They didn't even want none of those illegal alien shelters in their ward. They voted and they placed all those illegal alien shelters in our neighborhoods.
Now, she was called out specifically.
Thoughts, reactions, comments. Pops, AG, Batah Jamal, Kid Dre, Alwayssomeshh Urban American podcast. My brothers.
I feel like it's deeply connected to what we ended talking about on the last topic, because we are subject to shit that's out of our control when we don't operate in a way that allows us to have control.
We have a black mayor.
That we have the most shit mayor in America, bro.
We
I don't give a fuck
we
what.
had a black
I don't care
mayor
what his skin
the
color
last
is,
2 terms.
and they suck. That's the thing. Just because it's a black person in the position don't mean it's a black person that know what they doing.
In they Democratic Party, they holding soul propaganda. They play that game like the Fuentes lady is playing that game. And you could do that when you have community.
See that brings up another question. So with this black thing you saying we're gonna do, what we gonna do when it comes to the government? We're gonna be Republican, Democratic, Independent. What we gonna be?
So my perspective is that if you're a black American, you shouldn't identify with any party in terms of Republican, Democrat. However, when it comes to your actual voting, I would argue that conservative or Republican officials, not all the time, but at least in the major cities, typically have a better grasp on how to fucking run a city than the Democrat ones. Now, you will find your racist Republican officials in most of America, but in the cities where it's normal to see a black person, because y'all can say what y'all want, but in the major cities, that most of that racist shit don't really go down. Most of that shit is out in these places where it's not normal to see a black person. Conservative policies typically are better suited towards better economy, family dynamics, etc. That's why they had Planned Parenthood at the Democratic National Convention, because they don't want you to have families. But in the places where they mostly vote red, you're not gonna find Planned Parenthood.
My wish for us in the black community is for us to cuff some of these shorties at a younger age and groom them to being our new leaders, and we giving them an agenda so that they can handle, our task at hand. How can I put this? If I'm looking at it right now and not going towards the future, we need to groom our politicians, put them in position, let them know how we move. For right now, we don't need to identify with no motherfucking body. We need to find a motherfucker that's gonna do for us. I don't care if he's Democrat, Republican, Independent. I do not care. As long as he serve our agenda. But we need to understand the political game in itself. What do we need to do to get these politicians' eyes, not just our vote? From my understanding, we need to put our money behind some of these fucking politicians. We actually need to fund some of these people
Yeah, that's true. That's what we
who
need to do.
have
Fun.
our best interests at heart.
All this go back to community. We not a community for real. We don't have no organized dollar. If you don't have that, you don't have no say-so in politics, and everything about your complaints will sound emotional.
Chinatown ain't got that. Chinatown ain't got that. Chinatown ain't got that. Chinatown ain't got that.
You keep bringing up Chinatown. You don't
No, y'all
understand the point of. Let me say what?
Y'all, I'm just saying I'm saying, y'all. I'm saying.
Okay,
I think
when you said Chinatown not being the wild.
Let me say this.
You cut me off every time I speak today, but go ahead, bro. You never let me finish my point.
I think he was getting the shit off. I think you should let the brother speak.
Say what you was gonna say about Chinatown. We covered that already.
You got it.
The point of Chinatown is a community. It's not there to serve your interests. It's not wowing to me. You not Chinese. That's the whole point of community. We don't give a fuck. You got to come. When you want tacos, you probably going to the Mexican restaurant. That's the point of community. So when somebody wants soul food or whatever we have to offer, they got to come in our community and put them dollars in our hands. When you don't have no organized dollar and you don't believe in each other, people, you just last on the totem pole. That's why we always the face of the fucking crime that everybody fucking doing. This is why we don't have no say-so in politics, because we don't believe in shit, each other, and we don't put our money. You can't bid on shit. Money run everything. This is why these corporations do what they do, because they got the money to back up what they say. And a politician will know that shit ain't right, but shit, fuck it. I'm making 100,000 every time I fuck with this bullshit motherfucker. Lawyers do it. Everybody play that game. It's called payola. We ain't a part of payola for real, because either we can be bought out or we an individual motherfucker that's all about themselves, or we into the propaganda. The Democratic Party been playing us left and right for years. So you only got the black red Republican that's recently. Don't nobody know that shit about no American KKK because they repping Republican. If this was a Democrat saying some shit, it'd be loud and all over the world.
Yep. I think I see what y'all saying, but I just disagree. The only part I disagree that Pop said we need to put money behind our elected officials. I don't think that's because we don't have a community. That's not why we do it. I just think we never seen the benefits of elections in government. I think now we're seeing the benefits of it. I think that's the real situation at hand more so. Cause like it's like Brandon Marshall, like he's a black brother. Like, why did he make the decisions he made? Why did he think it was gonna be beneficial to put these? So we have a black brother there. We saying we need this, and we have a black man in play. This black man says, "Cool, dump the people in the black neighborhood." Why is that?
Video because he propaganda. He bought. Remember that video where the guy was questioning him about why he allowed migrants to move in? He also brought up how that nigga was receiving kickbacks and gifts, and he was dodging the question. He was like, yes or no. I watched the little clips of them investigating the migrant situation going on in Brandon. The mayor was up there. And he a Democratic mayor.
And the real answer into why he thought it was a good idea to let the migrants come here is because they was getting funding directly from the federal government at the time with Biden and Harris in office for anybody that was going to be a designated sanctuary city. And if you didn't know, Chicago for 2025 has a $1.5 billion budget deficit, aka we spent $1.5 billion more than what we brought in as a city, and so they're trying to use that federal funding in order to patch the budget.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, man. I just feel like we always wanted to have a black mayor. I remember when way before all our times, my grandmother thought they killed the guy that was the black mayor. Like now we had a black mayor for 2 terms. Yeah, they did kill him. Now we had a black mayor for the last 2 terms, and we still come on the short end with the stick, and it makes that mayor seat look like it's no benefits in it. We have one of us in it, and nothing good coming about it for us.
No, the stick got plenty of benefits.
Remember when we was talking about checking in? Back in the day, when you was in a political situation, you had to come down to the church, and if we ain't like what the fuck you was doing, it was something's gonna happen to you.
And check in.
We don't have those traditions no more. We don't have that community stuff.
You don't like check-in culture though.
I don't like the way it's used. It's only a
Hey, Pops, when you go somewhere, do you check in? Or you go where the fuck you want to? Don't say nothing.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Do I check in with who? With what? What are you talking about?
Whoever you know that's there, wherever you going.
Whoever I know that's there, do I check in with them? What do you mean? Do I let them?
If you taking a ride to Memphis, do you hit up your Memphis people like, man, I'm finna come to Memphis. I'll be in Memphis this week.
Definitely.
Okay.
That's not checking in.
Okay.
That's letting motherfuckers know.
It is checking in. It is checking in. I said that.
You know what checking in is when they do that shit in LA. When you come out there, you need to check in with this nigga, and they'll rob you or some shit like that. Extortion. It is. We had a conversation about it. This nigga said he'll check in with rappers wherever he go. Black Thought and Jay-Z or some shit he said. And he believe it's okay that niggas only extort other niggas and not everybody. That shit don't apply. If you're going to be an extortionist, it should apply. Otherwise, you oppressing your own. The only people that do that shit.
Pops, you missed it.
Talk about it.
Pops, you missed a hell of an episode. Listen, he don't see the value of checking in, right? If I'm a rapper, right, and I want to go shoot a music video in Brooklyn, why would I not call Fab? Hey, bro, I'm in your city and your borough shooting a video.
That makes sense.
But that nigga don't run shit. That's why. Cause fuck Fab. That nigga don't run shit. That's why.
Who is Fab?
I told him that's them with the rah-rah, blah, blah.
Fuck Fab.
They want to go to a nigga town, bring a bunch of cameras and shit. I should be able to bring.
Ain't no such thing as a nigga's town. Niggas don't own no town.
Like, pretty much, Pop. They feel like we could go do this podcast right now. We could all get on the plane and fly to fucking LA and go to motherfucking Watts and just do our podcast, laugh outside, and not check in with nobody.
Who you got to check in with to come to Vegas and do a podcast?
Hold on. I want Pops to hear me. Hold on. I want Pops to hear me exactly because I see he over there thinking.
I'm not checking in with nobody, brother.
Pops, let's hypothetical, Pops. I want to take the podcast. I want to go do a live podcast in LA, in a hood in LA. You're going to go to Inglewood, California, do a podcast, right?
I'm right there with you.
They feel like they shouldn't have to call nobody here. We just go out there, just set up cameras, boom. We do our podcast out there, boom. No checking in. How do you feel?
They finna get the fuck beat out of them.
That's my point.
We dealing with reality. We dealing with reality. The thing ain't now. If we was a good culture, maybe that would be possible. But we dealing in reality. You ain't setting up shop in no motherfucking body hood.
Setting up shop in nobody's hood without a phone call, without checking
up shop. You ain't going to Chinatown setting up your shit and just doing what you want to do.
That's what I took. But let them tell it. You can. Let P tell it. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna say
He
AG.
added that nuance that he didn't add last argument. Again, when we talking about us, we're regular people. Yeah, you ain't gonna just shut up shop. You're gonna pay ahead of time. The only people you need to talk to and check in with is the motherfucker who own the platform or the set that you're going to use because you out of town. Don't try to twist it like you don't know what I'm talking about. And the fact that you no, let me finish.
If the
You know
man
what I'm
say I
talking
can
about
set
when
up
I'm talking
shop
about
on that
check-in
corner, I'm
pop?
setting up shop.
Oh yeah, that's it. What you still checked in? I get it.
So you telling me a dude that got a restaurant in Chinatown in New York, he could pack up, go open up open up the same restaurant he had in New York, open it up in Chinatown, and don't check in only with the mayor?
However the business structure run.
Hold on. I
Yeah.
want Pops to hold on before y'all answer. I'm sorry, AG. I don't want to cut nobody off. I want Pops to answer that. Then y'all got it.
Hell no, you ain't going over there. Even if the mayor give you the okay to go over there, you got to go. You got to go see them peoples, and they got to approve of what the fuck you got going on and how you gonna do it and how it's benefiting their community.
Checking in.
You got to check in.
Let me ask you this, Pops. You absolutely right. This is the other part of my coin that he doesn't talk about. Does that apply to everybody or just niggas?
It applies to everybody.
Thank you.
Oh.
With us, it only applies to us. And he know what checking in I'm talking about. When rappers go out of town and they go in these, and you hear these stories about, oh, this person didn't check in with me. They tried to press the baby. Them niggas just walked up and they was trying to press him. Only because he was a rapper. If he was an R&B singer, a Hollywood actor, or any other occupation other than that shit that we glorify and feel like we need to press each other for ego about, nothing would have happened to him. And if you gonna press niggas and be extortionists, do that shit to everybody. Niggas only do that shit.
Nah, bro. I seen it differently. Bro. I'm from the projects of the low end. They press everybody. Everybody. And I've seen it politically. Like with black, like our strongest black neighborhood in Chicago is 75th Street. Right, I forgot what it is over there, what it was actually called, but 75th Street. You know where the old 50 is at and all that. That strip.
Yeah.
They still have a strong black united community over there, and they have to approve.
Crossing Park Manor.
Bro, I just the video on YouTube of a nerdy white kid doing a little docu-series on YouTube in the hood of Chicago, and them niggas was giving him a tour of everything. They ain't press him about nothing.
He checked in.
No, you talking about checking in.
That nigga was documenting the hood.
Somebody's doing
it. He ain't just walk over there, bro. He ain't just walk his ass over there and start talking to people. He didn't let a motherfucker know ahead of time.
Hey, when I find the video, I'm gonna send it to you, Jay.
He checked in.
When I find it, I'm gonna send it to you.
So those niggas check in and ride around on them bikes with them white black ties, asking niggas to come to the Indiana church. They checked in.
I see. I can show you a video of it.
What I'm trying to do is sell them some shit.
I can show you a video of a dude that didn't check in that rode up out west, and show you what happened to him. I can show you the video. I'll find it for you.
He rode up out west to do what?
He wanted to just do a video just riding around, you know what I'm saying, riding through the hood. Motherfucker got up on him.
Turn that motherfucking camera off, Joe. That was the problem, but nothing happened to him.
We turned the camera off. We think we're gonna do something from on camera?
Yeah, because we doing illegal shit. You're not finna document it. That's it.
Bro,
nothing happened to him.
In the video I'm talking about, they was doing illegal shit, bro, and they let the camera
think about it, P. We 4 niggas on the block in the hood right now. A white boy ride up with a camera, he recording our block. We run up on him. We finna beat him up while his camera rolling, and then that ourselves. Turn the camera off. What are you talking about, bro?
Absolve the black community of our sins, brother. Every week.
I'm trying to absolve nothing. We gonna beat his ass with the camera on.
Our sins every week.
Then Pops. Then he's saying niggas that the same scenario happening, right? It come on the news and we'll be talking about it, right? And he'd be like, yeah, them niggas ain't even cut the camera off. Them niggas let record it themselves. Sit there, let them record them, beating their ass. And he called them idiots.
Camera off for the white boy, but they shot the nigga on camera and took his chain on live. We've been doing that shit. We the
Somebody else was
fucking
going
Jerry
live.
Springer show.
They
We're
ain't
not
go
even a
live.
black culture no more. The
They
entire
didn't have
black
to.
culture become the Jerry
Somebody else
Springer
went
show.
live though, P.
You can
Somebody
just
else went
watch
live.
videos from 2018 to today and just play it and replay the dub with Jerry behind it, and it would look like a fucking Jerry Springer show.
AP, I got
You
a
keep
question
trying
for
to
you.
call us our bullshit. This is why we can't get to the point where we have our own communities. Shit like this. We
AP,
checking
I got
in,
a
though.
question for you. What is black culture?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I brought pops for you, P. I
Black
brought pops
culture
for you,
is
P.
traditionally black culture. Our strongest and longest standing pillar of black culture was family and church. That's my answer. That's no longer a thing. We don't even say grace at the table no more. We've lost all our traditions and become a fucking spectacle. And everybody making money off our emotions and off our buffoonery. And damn, if somebody like us as intellectuals sit on the couch, it's always gonna be somebody pushing back like, no, it's not just us. When it's just your community, and we need to start with community, like you said, building brothers up and starting at home. We don't have no solid foundation. So we don't have no business in politics and all these other arenas because we have no solid foundation. And I'm talking about how other people view us. And then we get mad at how other people view us, and we can't see ourselves for our sins. Like our problems is self-inflicted. And until we fucking start dealing with that shit, all this other shit it's never gonna work out. If you do not have no family and no spirituality. Church, it don't matter because I grew up Muslim. Whatever spirituality niggas dip off in, that church is always there. You bury there, you marry there, you go there for counseling. That is the most solid pillar. And we had a conversation about how the church fucked up generational wealth, giving the musicians away. But that's another conversation when we talking about sinners. He pushed me back on that.
Giving money away.
I mean,
Why the church ain't,
And now the
church
church
ain't got
is so fucked up now and commercialized. They let Glorilla win the BET Awards for Gospel Album of the Year or Gospel Record.
why the church
All
ain't doing
because her name is Glory Hallelujah, and they needed to be seen and heard with. That's the relevancy now. You got to degrade yourself to stay relevant. The black culture has fucking what's the word? Digressed.
you have to degrade yourself
Since
to
we
stay
came the
relevant.
fuck back outside from that COVID shit. I'm thinking back to
It's been long before COVID.
Yeah.
If we talking about relationships,
yeah.
I wish Facebook had a search feature that worked well, because I was on Facebook back in 2012, 2013 saying all this we don't need men shit not gonna pan out well.
Yeah.
This shit way before COVID. The
Yeah.
lack of community. This shit been slowly degrading since the fucking 80s for real.
We
But
ain't
it's been on overdrive. It's been on overdrive the last maybe decade or two.
never lied
I
though.
think the vaccines made us retarded.
I take accountability as a black man for a lot of things that go on with my people today. But I'm also not naive to how we arrived here, right? Don't ever forget this, fellas. That puppet master did this to us. This system did this to us. Now, fortunately, we're talking to four brothers that did a pretty good job of escaping the matrix. Our other people aren't as intelligent as us. Let's just keep it real. It is very hard to escape that system or to even understand that you are in a system. My people that grew up in the projects don't even know. The enslaved people don't even know that they slaves, bro. So when you said all our wounds are self-inflicted, I would have to disagree with you. These people put us in these conditions. They studied us. They knew what would happen if we were put into these conditions. And then the way they checkmated our ass, they took away all our leadership. Every time we came with a leadership, they took it away, took it away, took it away, took it away. And to to where we arrived at right now today, look at what they did just right here in Chicago. They took our leadership away. They locked up all the gang leaders. Remember that, right? BDs, GDs, MCs, Vice Lord, Stones, everybody. The top 20
Man.
motherfuckers. If you was in each gang, your ass going to jail. They gave you a dub right then and there. Boom. They knocked down the infrastructures. Okay, these niggas could still be together if they still in these neighborhoods. So they knocked all them buildings down. They scattered us all around. Shorty and them lost. They started rapping and acting a fool. Guess what they did? Oh, okay, checkmate. Let's fund the little ones. And we basically reward them for their ignorance. I am watching my friends' children look for ways to make it out of poverty. I have integrity. Unlike them kids, they saying, fuck it. All I gotta do is rap about the shit that go on in the neighborhood and y'all gonna fund me and I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna be somebody special and everything. You kind of can't blame these babies for saying, man, I'm trying to look for a way out. So y'all rewarding me for being ignorant. Let me keep doing it. I, as a parent, I'm looking at that, damn, my son finally doing something that, to help us get out of this situation. Not knowing it's to my detriment. Not knowing it's tearing down the community. Not knowing it was going to catch fire throughout the world and destroy our youth. Hey, fellas, we have a real problem, and I don't think y'all understand how fucked up this problem is. We have lost generations of babies. Babies! Not grown motherfuckers, not adults. Babies! Our generations from fucking 14 to 24 over the past 10 years. We talking about we lost thousands of men.
That's more self-inflicted or the system. It's more self-inflicted than the system. And I feel like
Disagree.
the shit that they use to get us here is at the weakest it's ever been. But it has the strongest hold on us now than it did when we had to actually fight this shit. That's what bothers me. This shit is self-inflicted more so than that shit. It's becoming a very hard excuse and something to defend ourselves against nowadays. The slavery and the diaspora and the systematic oppression, a lot of that shit has become self-inflicted now. We depend on racism. We depend on that shit to make excuses for ourselves. It's becoming an excuse now. Like he said, the poorest man is rich. We're in them same conditions. It's not the same conditions as what our forefathers and parents had to deal with, and they were more organized and they had sacrificed a lot. The shit that we're losing and sacrificing is self-inflicted. We don't even have no fucking spiritual literacy no more. You over here, we talking about right and wrong at this point. When we talking about our kids, ain't nobody paying you to do wrong. Not to the degree where you doing it for free. Niggas is doing that shit for free. It's different when you getting paid to be a buffoon and you getting paid to show us something. Like Tyler Perry is a millionaire for selling fucking.
What you just said, NBA YoungBoy is on the tip. What is he doing?
He is on the tip.
What does he do? What is he? No. You said it. I know. You said he's on the tip.
I'm the one that said it.
I'm not disagreeing with you saying. What was you saying? I'm just saying. What is he doing? What is he acting like?
A nigga.
He doing drill.
Is he fitting into what you just said in any measurements?
Propaganda, yeah. That's self-inflicted.
So what Pops just said, they've been incentivized.
So here's my thing, because once again, and I didn't already been on record saying y'all gonna hear me say this a lot, so here I go again. The answer is and, like it's not or, because the issue is, as right as Pops is about everything that put us in this situation, today we have, like P saying, enough people who are intelligent enough to begin to do something about it. Not like saying we're going to solve the problem even in my lifetime. I'm the youngest person on here right now. Not saying we're going to solve it in my lifetime, but we have enough to begin those steps now, but we're not beginning them because in the past they always took our leaders. And so as a community, we basically got PTSD out of doing anything.
True. True. I agree with you.
And I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody's saying about how intelligent we are or aren't as a people. If I could go on my phone and find hundreds of thousands of black people from around the country that can all do a dance and sing a song in unison, that shit
Yeah.
takes work. That shit takes practice. That
Yeah.
shit takes repetition. They're intelligent. You're
That's
not doing that and being
yeah.
unintelligent.
Yeah.
So even the ones of us that are less intelligent are still intelligent enough that if they just pointed their attention elsewhere,
Yeah.
it could be more utilized. Because again, I'm talking about brothers that's smart. I'm talking about sisters that's smart. We talking about college educated people that's participating in this fuckery.
So I want to we can move right on because we was
Yeah, we've been on
we
that
was on
for a
that for
minute.
a second. And we can wrap it up. It's halftime, but I got into a heated discussion about this. Women are not a financial decision makers in 45% of the U.S. households. I think. Well, that was really the. It was really the. It was that and another one. Like I don't have the other one, but it was one of those conversations saying, women doing much more. My big contradiction is this whole SNAP benefit reaction from a lot of people. And, you know, uh, just being a man with eyes, I can't help but notice the same people that we are told that have more than us are the very ones at the forefront of talking about leaving out of stores with carts of food because they don't have benefits. Talking about protesting for the holiday season because they don't have link and benefits like that. I don't want to say who's at the forefront. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of like, I mean, I guess I'm just a guy with ass, just wondering, like, how can the two be in the same position?
Easily.
How so?
Because it's a bait and switch. It's magicianry. It's not actually reality. That's why. So I'll put it to you like this. So you got two guys that both make $50,000 a year, and one of them finances a very expensive car, and the other one doesn't. Something happens in the economy, and now the bank that loaned him that money, they need it all back now. We're not doing no payback. The whole shit is collapsing. You got to pay that back now. That is a term in majority of loans, if y'all didn't know. At that moment, even though them niggas really had the same shit, one was like leaning on some extra shit to have some more shit, and now the extra shit being taken away. And so now it's like, oh my God, I can't believe my car getting repossessed. But it's like, nigga, you didn't own that car. That's why it's getting repossessed, because you financed it. Versus the other guy, he bought something that he owned, and so the economy does what it does. He still got his car. But they both actually had the same thing though. So that's how I'm saying, like, it's they exist at the same time because it's all a fucking sham in the first place.
It's a sham. A sham. So getting right into it, how has it affected y'all without y'all SNAP benefits, man? Who ain't
Man, I've been trying to get SNAP benefits for years. I get luck out for a few months every once in a while. Then they see my check. That's
who not
about
gonna
it. I
who
ain't
not
never
gonna get
had
that?
the benefit of a SNAP benefit.
Who not gonna get that link, man? Who not gonna get that link?
I went I think 9 months on SNAP benefits back in 2017. I want it's 2017, 2018, one and two. I had moved and I wasn't able to transfer jobs well, and I lost everything. Car got repossessed, lost everything. I had to lean on that shit for a few months to get my life back in order. I haven't received no benefits since then.
Can I say this
I
while it's
used
fed on
the
the
program for what it was
fed
supposed to
on
be
the
used.
thing sitting next to you? Every time I got benefits, I lied. my rent is this much, or my plan will go down for 2 weeks out the year. Instead of applying for unemployment, I would go and apply for stamps. And every once in a while, every blue moon, I get that shit for 6 months. It was useful, but I could feed myself without it. But I was just trying to finesse the system, which is what a lot of people do with it.
I've never
But
in
I'm
my
looking at
life.
it, but a buck 59 can only feed me.
I've never in my life had the chance to um apply or get approved for it. I've never applied for it. The SNAP benefit thing and what's going on right now does not affect me. It does not affect my immediate family because I'm used to paying in cash. I don't even know the people that I used to know or the people that I used to fuck with, because I used to buy it. Let me buy your card. I got $200. You give me 400 or whatever. I don't even have that connection no more. Haven't had that connection in 15, 20 years. Um, what's going on is not going to affect me. I hate to sound like an asshole or bitter, but I am. I feel sad for the people who really, 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 really need it, but I do feel like it's a good thing that it's happening. I do feel like it can take away. It has the potential to take away a lot of this independent shit. I would rather my people get along more. I'd rather see us have more two-parent households, more couples, all of us being independent and not giving a fuck. And I don't need you, and you don't need me. I believe that that's bullshit. So I'm hoping that this situation will bring us together, make us stronger as a community. So I like.
Black family. Mama Mia, we got Always Some Urban American podcast. One of the ladies of the show, Mama Mia, she wanted to speak on this subject.
No, I wanted to join in.
You want to join in?
I want to say something about it. To what Dre is getting at is the
we talking. We just talking. We didn't really get the
I understand what Dre is trying to say. The contradiction is women, and these statistics come out saying women are 45% financial managers of the home. They own more homes now, and they're leading in school. So you're not supposed to be qualified to be on stamps in the first place. So when we saw the outrage and the backlash of food stamps being taken away, I was like, it shouldn't be black women saying nothing about it. It should be me or somebody who on child support, and they in my motherfucking bank account, and I owe money, so I should benefit for stamps. When I do get visitation for my kids, I can feed myself because child support just breaking me. I still don't qualify as a father or a man. But these women out here who are supposed to be leading in everything, what you doing on SNAP? Unless you finessing the system like I was, then it shouldn't be a hurt to you. Now, I'm not saying that's not everybody, but I'm talking about how we were projecting and fronting with the information and using these statistics to throw it in black men's face like we do this and we independent. Like you said, the whole independent thing was, well, you can't be independent at the same time.
How the hell?
The crowd was way too loud for snaps being dismissed or the government shutdown versus the crowd, well, we out here, we graduating from marriage and blah, blah, blah. Whatever needs to occur. It's a constant propaganda to boost up y'all fragile ass, insecure, feminine egos. Because it's like, it's feminism, but the insecurity be louder than the feminism. I thought the point of feminism was to put you first and your needs first and make you equal or superior. But they always, in the back end of shit, everything always sound insecure and miserable.
Let's correct that most educated shit. They're not the most educated. They are the most enrolled, and they lead us as black people in trying to further their education.
Yeah, because it ain't adding up. How the most educated people is the same people complaining about SNAP benefits, government assistance. It ain't adding up. I'm a whistleblower and I'm blowing the whistle, Paul.
I would say this: black culture is so Americanized. We brag about assessing debt because that's all. If you into consumerism and you hyper fucking superficial, all you do is make debt. When you go to college, you make debt. I say college is a scam because if you're gonna go to college and I'm paying for it or I got it paid for, put me directly into my career or something I learned. Don't give me no shit that I already took the first fucking 18 years of my life. Well, take English and take this as a prerequisite. That's the scam part of college because I piss a lot of people off that went to college and got their degree and shit together. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it wouldn't have took you 4 years to learn what you learned if they didn't have all that bullshit in front of you. If you was to pay for your class and what you wanted to be a career in and specialize in or your skill set, college, they wouldn't make no money for real. Or you wouldn't be as much debt. But they put all that flack and trickery shit in front of the goddamn subject. It take you 4 years. You got 3 months on the job to learn whatever the fuck you do. I didn't have jobs where I'd never done the shit and I'm the best at doing it at some point. And then it took me 3 months. But it took me 4 years to get a degree. And then I get out, I owe all this money and you ain't got no job for me. That's a scam.
Well,
But that's
not
the
for
American
all.
dream.
Well, that's not for all fields of study. So y'all got to stop saying out y'all mouth, speaking for all when it's not for all. Because being a doctor, being a high level engineer requires more than 3 months of school. It requires years and actual job training, constant. It doesn't never stop for them. And for being a doctor or a physician. So y'all got to stop saying all. So I get
would
it.
say this.
That's what Pop Jones was saying. A lot of Black women are most enrolled, and they're not the engineers. They're not the physicians. They go into school for theater, English, sociology, psychology, stuff that's not making them no money in the real world.
Yep.
Back to the food stamp program. Hi, single mother of 2 here. I don't qualify for any of that. I don't get Medicaid for me and my kids. It's taken out of my check with private insurance. I don't qualify for the SNAP program. I'm not a child support or a TANF recipient. Women are getting TANF. They ran to the aid office rather than the division of child support in their city or in their state to directly get child support because they know if they went directly to the division of child support, that man will not be paying what he paying and he will get his child. And if you deny him of that, your ass will be in jail with a bench warrant. So women are going to the aid office and bypassing all that other stuff. Not all of them, but most of them. It's a large number of them. I honestly and personally only feel bad for the disabled and the elderly people that are on it. Because those are the people I feel bad for. Able-bodied women and men, whether they have children or not, I don't have a heart or no type of empathy for that. Because you're able-bodied, you got all your limbs. You need to put your time and your energy into your ability so you can aggrandize on it in the corporate world outside. But what everybody doing? Put all their time and energy scrolling on their phone. And I'm supposed to feel bad? I'm a single mama too. I don't feel bad for myself. I don't qualify for none of it.
Got to go to work.
Yeah.
Alwayssomeshh American podcast, man. It was just a glaring contradiction I had to point out, man. Anything y'all want to talk about near and dear before we get up out of here?
Wait, no, you said the now the numbers. Y'all gotta really research your numbers on the Black women who are saying this. Me as a DHS caseworker, people are lying on their 1099. I know people that have 2 Benzes, 2 Audis, and a tri-level home in Cook County, in Will County. Forged their 1099, whether they're a realtor in Chicago, whether they have 3 daycares in Chicago, a daycare, 2 daycares. They're doing the Trump thing. And I don't understand how people are mad at Trump when a lot of y'all business owners are doing the Trump way. You're finessing the system.
I mean, we're not mad at them. We're not mad at them.
So I'm not mad at them, but this is why I just said the empathy. I don't have it for able bodies because I know I've been in the field. I'm in the field where I see it.
I'm just saying, if I had a way to get benefits or whatever and still get money, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm balling on you niggas.
It's people that do real estate. It's people that got Corvettes. They got $400 on a link card.
That's what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying, though? If I had a way that I can get money and still get a link card with a nice amount on it, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm stunning on you niggas. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Yeah.
You're right. I wouldn't say anything about money. I wouldn't say anything about money, social. I wouldn't talk. But these are the people that's talking. Miss 10 Louis bags, Miss Tri-Level Home. But look her up in the system. She ain't got no countable income, but got a daycare.
We talked about that.
Or is a realtor that
people
sold
shit
properties
like-
in which that she got a house. That's the Trump way. That's the finesse way.
I've met women that had Section 8, had a link card, and had a good job.
How many kids? How many household size matters?
I mean,
they have to have at least 5 kids.
I don't want to get specific.
They must have had at least 5 kids, because you could work for the post office, still get Section 8. As long as you got 5 kids, you can work at Ford Motor Company. You have 5 kids. Your household size matters.
They also, realtors use Section 8 to fill out the apartment too. It helps. That little bit of money helps something. I forget how it works. But I was on Section 8 and they was trying to move me all the way out to the hundreds. This was like back in 2013, 2014. I think I missed the window, but they was just trying to fill out that project. It was in the hundreds. I'm all the way on the west side. I'm like, I ain't never been in the hundreds. I'm way away from the job. I'm not doing that. But
they try to send them pops. What's that area called? They try to send them
Roseland, Pullman Park.
Nah, what's the other one?
Wow.
Yeah, I can't even think of it right now. Off 103rd, what's the area called?
Mm-hmm.
It's out some little row houses.
It was some gardens. I remember the place was called Some Gardens.
Not the Rockwell Gardens. I mean, Ogdale Gardens.
That's 130th.
That's it.
That's East 130th off the Bishop Ford.
They was trying to ship you away, boy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Gardens.
Crazy. Just dynamic, man. Anything y'all want to talk about before we get up out of here?
I think we covered everything because a lot of that stuff rolled into one another. So.
A lot of it rolled into another. Yeah, no doubt. It definitely did. I'm trying to make sure I covered everything. Trying to make sure I covered everything before we get up out of here.
I just want to say Black women and Black men both need reform. Black women and Black men need to be around people that have healed perspectives and perceptions on love, family, morals, and integrity. Be around people that have healed perceptions on that.
They say C Murder would have shot Birdman if he was there. What y'all think?
They say who?
C Murder would have shot Birdman if he was there.
Who was that nigga on stage with their shirt off with the glasses on? Was that his other brother?
That was always his homie that was always around. The light skinned dude, he never said his name and nothing. He just always
Not the
was around.
slim dude, he was big, he had tattoos all, he had his shirt off.
I have to watch it again. But the light skinned dude he was in. I got the hookup. He always been around.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Always some Urban American podcast, man. I want to say thank you, and I say I appreciate everybody for coming on, man. My co-host Patah Jamal, AG, my special guest Pops, my other co-host Mama Mia, the Instagram sensation. Yeah, stay safe, stay dangerous too. My Bulls is 2-0. My Bears is 4-2. We trying to get this 5th win in a row. I don't care who you with. It's better down, see red. All right. Always some Urban American podcast, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all was great, man.
All right, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday.
All right, love.